Welcome to the Safari Zone. I'm your owner, player, coach, halftime entertainer, Chef Nando, here to introduce you guys to the Safari Zone Tropics and our Pokemon draft history in the PGM. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, although I do hope you brought some floaties because if you found this video, you are definitely in the deep end of YouTube out here. And my CPR license been expired, so you are definitely on your own out here. Also, sorry in advance, this is baby's first time trying out YouTube. Quality will probably be as good as a dirty diaper, so apologies in advance. But my tech is an old Mac leaking radiation, doing my best out here in this hazmat suit. So please do the YouTube thing and help a brother out. Anyway, let's get into season 1. So the draft pool for season 1 was Gen 1 Pokemon plus some variants of those Gen 1 Pokemon. It was such a simpler time, I do miss it. But we ended up with the second to last pick in the draft, and this was what our team looked like. Oh my god, wow. This old logo. See, you guys thought I was playing with baby's first time, but nah, that was baby's first time making a logo. And man, this old doc, we've really come a long way, but huge shout out to my boy Dang Nabbit, letting me use his doc, helping me tweak it so that we could get PGM started. Thank you so much, my guy. Overall, though, we did finish with a 6-3 record. We did pretty solid. Started off 5-0 until we matched up against Hunter. And I'm not gonna lie, I got debated. The week before our battle, we were talking about our matchup coming up. He got in my head saying he has a super nice solar power Charizard set he's been wanting to try. Only to pull out with my hidden tech Terra Ground Belly Drum Charizard that my boy Kev passed on to him. Definitely caught me so off guard, was not expecting it one bit. Get hit with the I'm in danger. And just like that, the streak was gone. To this day, it was Hunter's best season, so if we were going to go out and lose to him, I'm glad it happened here. Ever since, he's been very forgettable up until All-Star Game comes around. Definitely putting you on blast, Hunter. I'm gonna need you to step up, my guy. Need you to show out this season and prove to the league you're not a one-pump chump. You know how to play the game. But after those losses, we kind of just coasted through playoffs since we were a lock. And how did playoffs go for us, you ask? We won the championship. Come on now, did you think owner, player, coach would script it any other way? Nah, fuck everybody in the club. This is my league. I'm just playing. It was actually a pretty tough road to the championship. Some say we lucked our way to the championship, but sometimes being lucky is just better than being good. Never forget, kids, pray to RNGesus and just get good. But enough trolling around, let's get to this season one's big three. We got Galarian Zapdos, aka Mr. Game 3, Savior Legacy, clutching up when we needed him the most. He really carried us through playoffs to make it to the finals. Next up, we got Dragonite, aka Baby Dragon, with a strong season performance, locking us a playoff spot and just 1 KO away from winning Season 1 MVP. Last, we got Mega Gyarados, Finals MVP, with something to prove to everybody, saying he should have been picked first overall over that bum Poliwrath, and did his show out. It had a Finals performance that has not been replicated ever since. But everybody else on the team, they played their role perfectly. Except Rapidash. We traded for him mid-season because I need a fire type. But wow, did it accomplish a whole lot of nothing. Unless you count washing the team's jock straps after the games, then in which case, yeah, we couldn't have done it without them. Sorry to all 5 Rapidash fans out there. But I do think he gets a highlight in the playoffs, so there's that. But here's the Season 1 championship team. We didn't contract anybody for Season 2. We wanted a fresh start. But if you guys want to see the Tropics playoff run for Season 1, comment down below and I'll get that video up for you guys. But now let's move on to Season 2. Season 2, we had a lot of interest in our league, so we added the Paldea Conference. That way we could accommodate 10 more coaches. They would start with just the Gen 9 Pokemon, not the Paldea decks, just the Pokemon introduced in Gen 9. The Kanto Conference got to keep Gen 1, and we added Gen 2 to the draft pool. We wanted to make some moves to get a Paldea Future Star, and that Future Star was Baxcalibur. That trade did cost us our legend, though, as Mr. Game 3 was pretty much just taken by Hunter. sniped our guy in the next round to hold him at ransom and get some assets from us. But we do not negotiate with terrorists, so we let him keep it. Sadly, though, this is where the Galarian Zapdos legend dies, as it's been horrible organization after horrible organization. Yes, even now is. But this is what our Season 2 team looked like. You see, the better logo had somebody make it for me while I honed my skills in logo making. We had a great season though, overall finishing 7-2. Our biggest trade was the Chi-Yu trade. We traded Moltres and 2 Season 3 early picks, as well as 2 Season 3 mid-round picks for Chi-Yu, and we got back 4 late-round picks as well. It was a huge acquisition, definitely contributed to the strong season we had. We were also able to luck into our finals MVP, Mega Gyarados, so that created pretty much one of our solid big threes. Who had the game of the season, taking down the dynamic duo that was Midnight and Bagel, handing them the only loss of the regular season. We just came to play. I'm gonna let you guys watch some of this replay because it was a great match, at least on my part. I feel bad for Midnight, so yeah, we just cooked. I mean, we had that Midnight 101 and we were just reading him like a book. Here making fun of them, taunting all around them, hitting them with the what are those lame ass moves? Like, get out of here, kids, do better. He does eventually go down, and we end up bringing out Chi-Yu to apply some pressure, but we're going to double switch and bring out the Season 2 Baxcalibur MVP just so we can go to work. But you're going to enjoy this show. I apologize. My goat is showing here, but hit the scale shot, start boosting up. From here on out, I mean, he tries to get cute on me, he goes Terra Fairy. We saw the replays, we scouted, we hit him with our Terra Poison, Terra Blast. And from here, it's just Baxcalibur. He gets the 1, 2, 3, she gone. And that's just the Excalibur cleanup, handing the dynamic duo their only loss of the season. No bench warmers this season. Everyone played a role in the strong season. And as far as Season 2 playoffs, they pretty much ended in back-to-back championships for your boy. Nah, I'm just kidding. We got a piece of that humble pie. Losing to the dynamic duo that was Midnight and Bago. They actually go on to clean sweep the playoffs, didn't lose once. With their star players' wet dream of a team, it was ridiculous. So hard to counter. Made it to the semifinals. Excalibur having his Kobe moment. Unfortunate loss. It was GG's after that. We lose game 1 and go on to lose game 2 to Midnight. So that was tough, but you know, it was his rookie season. We learn, we live, we grow from this. But we still give Bax a contract for the next season, as he was the Season 2 MVP of the league and an All-Star. We also traded away so much of our future of Season 3, so had to lock in Chi-Yu as well. But that's pretty much how Season 2 came to an end. Let's head over to Season 3. Here's the team we ended up with at the end of Season 3. We lucked into Annihilate, trading a few picks to move up into a top round 2 pick and grabbing the steal of the draft in my opinion. A super tough start to the season though, since we traded so many picks for Chi-Yu last season. Our team was super thin to start the season. But we had some cash. We spent $99.99. We got ourselves a limited edition copy of the McHustle Your Way into a Super Team. And man, were we able to get a steal of a deal with it. Now, to be fair, we were offering a fair trade. We were offering a Mega Latias and other Pokemon and assets for Mega Kangaskhan and Hisuian Electrode. For whatever reason, the opposing GM hits me with the no, and instead counters with Swampert and some change for Mega Kangaskhan and Hisuian Electrode. And I'm like, bro, what? Is he for real? So rush back to the DMs and go, yeah, you know what? That makes sense to me. You know, sometimes when life offers you free stuff, you kind of just have to take it. But it's still not the worst trade in the league, though. You know who you are. But we go on a playoff run, make it to the PGM finals, and how does our Season 3 legacy end? Well, it ends with a bag of Nacho Year flavored Doritos. Bagel's stall tactics were just too much to overcome. Had some huge misplays in game 1, and just Game 2 was even worse. Bax tried to clutch up for us game 1 and bring it back, but he just did not have enough left in the tank to close it out. Still super salty about it, but maybe if I get enough likes, I'll eat the whole bag for you guys and make a video on it. But let's move on to season 4. Season 4, with a 6-3 record, we were pretty solid all around. We did make a blockbuster move to land Zeraora round 1. That McHustle coming in clutch to buff the team, but that did leave us unable to pick up Mega Gyarados, and he was upset we've never handed him a contract. He decided to take his talents elsewhere, getting drafted before our pick. And yes, I know you saw it. After making the finals, we basically gave our boy Bax the Luca treatment, traded him mid-season for our OG Dragonite, our proven champion, and some draft picks. Unfortunately, though, when we got to playoffs, I had some life stuff happen, had to hand the team off to my boy Kev. He did the best he could, but we ended up losing in the first round, 2-1. And like that, the Tropics undefeated Game 3 legacy ends. I'm still a little upset I couldn't use a team, so I'll never really know if that was the correct move, trading backs for Dragonite. But, that's the game of life we live. But anyways, let's finish up with Season 5. So still had a lot going on. Season 5 was working on the new dock from scratch. As you can see, definitely more improved now. And this Season 5, we also had a rookie on the team. So rookie was going to be a Pokemon with a BST of 325 or less. That had to be on your roster, had to play. We did start the season off with Caterpie, since there was a bounty on an early route bug to get a KO. We did get the KO, and my boy just put the whole league on notice. Up until he tore his ACL mid-season, we were 4-0 before he got hurt. Everybody comment down below, McWhite sucks because it's all his fault that Caterpie got hurt. And unfortunately, we did have to cut him so he could hit the rehab. And we did end up calling up his cousin Wurmple, but unfortunately, my guy just came in with a negative aura. He was just not the guy we came to love at that spot. Still got us the KO, so we ended up double dipping on the bounty, racked up about 250k coins for our next season, so was excited about that. We also ended up getting back Excalibur back, since the coach we traded him to did not return. We were able to get a player back from his team, and we just went back. He was our guy. We mutually decided kind of to bring it back together, since Bax didn't make playoffs on that team, and we have the soft spot for him since he's our homegrown talent. Had to bring him back. We were also trying to make some week 1 free agency moves. The window opened at 4 a.m. I set an alarm to sign the undrafted finals MVP back to the team, only to get sniped. But good thing I woke up early enough and I still had a backup. Nope, it was also gone. But that's why we got a third options. You got to make more than one. Also gone. So legit, set an alarm at 4 a.m. just to see everybody take my Pokemon. I went straight back to bed, salty as can be. But yeah, that was just not a good day for me. Other moves we made were trading Chi-Yu and Annihilate for some Season 6 early and mid-round draft picks to give us some solid flexibility for this coming season. But man, we had a deep team, and I hate I couldn't focus because this team could have gone all the way. So our season ended in round 1, losing 2-0 to Mr. 60 turn doubles battle. We just can't clutch up against Stahl. We really need to step our game up. But he had an annoying team. There was not much I can do once he kind of got set up. I should have had a better plan going into it. But, we got a match this season. I look forward to the run back. It doesn't look like he's running super stally, so super excited for that one. But that's pretty much it for our history, guys. Here's our Hall of Fame page. We got the Mega Gyarados, Finals MVP, 15 team KOs, one-time champion from Season 1 to Season 3. Our boy Excalibur back on the roster, Season 2 MVP with 40 team KOs. He's a two-time All-Star. And despite, being traded and not really being used much last season, 40 KOs is pretty impressive. Got our boy Dragonite, 26 team KOs. He's a three-time All-Star, one-time champion. Season 1, Season 4, Season 5. So was happy to bring him back. Unfortunately, he's in a dysfunctional organization called the Belly Rub Club. Definitely going to struggle, but hopefully he doesn't get the gouging fire treatment. And our number 1 draft pick trade, Zeraora, 14 team KOs, one-time All-Star last season. So yeah, excited to keep him on the team. Between him and Excalibur, I don't know who to franchise tag, so we're gonna kind of keep it up, see what they do this season, see who's gonna earn that spot. We're looking to add more championships to that trophy case. But that'll do it for today's video. That was your history lessons on the Safari Zone Tropics franchise. Enjoy some eye candy for sticking around with my boring self for so long. Please do the YouTube thing, hit that subscribe button so my wife will let me keep playing Pokemon. My Pokemon career is in your hands, but stay safe and I'll catch you guys in the next one.